16 by 9, the bigger picture.
He's obviously very disappointed for not winning the gold medal.
The lows are always lower than the high.
Life has kicked you in the teeth and tried to bring you down.
And stomped me on the backs of the legs and, yeah, lots.
That's all coming up on 16 by 9. Here's Mary Garofalo.
Good evening and welcome to 16 by 9, the bigger picture. There was a time when the name Shawn O'Sullivan was on the lips of just about every Canadian. A boxing superstar who won a silver medal at the 1984 Olympic Games and earned Golden Boy status. He was once voted Canada's top athlete, surpassing even Wayne Gretzky. But what happened to this national hero? Well, in his first television interview in almost 2 decades, Shawn O'Sullivan sits down exclusively with 16 by 9 to reveal some stunning, never-before-told details about his life. We watched anxiously as he ran towards us at this footbridge in Belleville, Ontario. The boxer was walking his boxer, Tony.
Are you my old friend?
It has been 25 years since I first interviewed the famous Shawn O'Sullivan. Now 47 years old, Shawn's Irish choir boy looks haven't faded. And at this reunion of sorts, it became painfully clear that although Shawn has left boxing, the effects of boxing have not left Shawn.
Someone succeeded in trying to stay in the same pant size, and that's very good.
A wounded survivor of this tough sport. Today, Shawn O'Sullivan is a little older, a little grayer, but just as charming.
I wanted to shave my head.
Since fading into the limelight, there have been many rumors about Shawn O'Sullivan. Is there brain damage? Does he have a drinking problem? And did he really work as a janitor at a school? And for the first time, Shawn sits down with 16 by 9 to set the record straight.
The lows are always lower than the high.
And the highs made Shawn O'Sullivan a star, captivating us all. The proverbial boy next door, whose powerful punch put Canada on the map.
To be honest with you, I want Canada to feel proud.
Born into a staunchly loyal Irish Catholic family, Shawn grew up in Toronto's East End, the 7th child of Rita and Michael O'Sullivan. Shawn, the baby of the family, needed to make his mark.
What made you go into that ring?
It was just an opportunity to do something better than my brothers. Growing up the youngest of a bunch of boys, you're never fast enough, you're never smart enough, you never say the right thing, you can't lift enough because they're bigger than you.
And at 16, Shawn walked into the Cabbagetown Boxing Club and never looked back. Peter Wiley would become his trainer.
A very courageous individual, was very disciplined, and damn it, was a good fighter. He would never quit.
You've got to protect yourself. Keep your hands up.
Stardom came fast and furious in 1981. At the tender age of 19, Shawn defeated Cuban Olympic gold medalist Armando Martinez to win the gold medal in the World Amateur Championships. And then the big moment. At 23, Shawn O'Sullivan represented Canada at the Olympic Games in Los Angeles, a moment that would catapult him into sports megastardom, making him a media darling.
The key at hand power. Look at O'Sullivan open up.
Tell me about the rounds leading up to it. What were you going through?
I had, in total, I boxed 5 times in about 12 days. My first match, can you edit this?
It was at this point in the interview that we saw how boxing may have taken a toll on Shawn O'Sullivan. He admits his memory loss is becoming a bigger problem, and we watched as he struggled to remember one of the biggest highlights of his life.
Who did I box against?
But tucked deep in his memory, the pain of losing the gold medal match against American Frank Tate.
I'd given him 2 standing 8 counts, almost knocked him out. Didn't happen, that's fine. Thought that I had done enough to merit a yay as opposed to a nay. Ultimately, it came down as a nay, and I didn't get the the winning nod.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Shawn had just won the silver medal, but you'd never know it by the crowd's reaction. In front of the entire world at that moment, Shawn embodied the meaning of the words, playing with heart.
Shawn O'Sullivan now at ring center receiving a standing ovation.
After the fight, the crowd were cheering for him and not for Frank Tate. Frank Tate's girlfriend even admitted that Shawn had beat him that night.
He's obviously very disappointed for not winning the gold medal.
It was a great time. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Well, maybe I would now.
Shawn came home a national hero. He was loved and applauded by prime ministers, other fellow athletes, and just about anyone who laid eyes on him.
Have you heard about the big strong man? He's Shawn O'Sullivan. Have you heard about the gold medal fight? Well, oh, what a hell of a fight.
And almost immediately, Shawn decided to turn pro. He admits it changed his life, and not for the better.
It sort of had now became a business and a job. The game got to be rough, tiresome.
At 26, you were married, right?
Married a girl I met in church. Have now made 5 children that I'm responsible for.
Was there pressure for you to make a very good living at this? I mean, what were you getting paid per matches?
There were lots of $80,000 to $110,000 type paydays. By the time the pros came to life, I was interested in the bottom line. How much am I getting paid?
Yeah.
I didn't care if it was fight number 17 or fight number 20. What's the venue? What's the seat count? And how much am I going to make?
Because of his personality and his character, I really don't think he was made for professional boxing. Because you have to be not only a great fighter, but you also have to be an entertainer in the business. And he wasn't that kind of person.
And Shawn was taking his hits, not knowing the damage it was causing his brain. And in an incredible admission, he says one day he woke up and he was blind.
I've never told anyone that. No, you know what? My left eye was blind, and my right eye was on the line.